There's a moment that happens sometimes when I'm walking in my forest and suddenly I realize I've stopped seeing. Oh, my eyes are open. Technically, all systems are go, but I'm not actually there. This happens a lot on my forest walks because for me, walking is basically thinking with cardio. I'll be marching along those cedar chipped paths, head down, mentally solving problems, and then my gaze lifts. I see that extraordinary Alberta blue stretched above the Douglas firs, and every single time my reaction is the same. Holy shit, I'm blessed. That's presence making itself known. It's like the world tapping me on the shoulder and saying, "Hey, you're missing the entire show." Presence is funny that way, gentle, but oddly persistent, like an enlightened parking enforcement officer. Lately, I've been thinking about presence, not as some spiritual buzzword people embroider onto decorative pillows, but as a kind of technology, something practical, something that actually can influence how we travel or create, or even how we experience our lives. For me, being present has meant trying to notice my responses to the things that catch my attention. Like, what am I feeling or thinking? Or what's my intuition saying about that event or thing? And then, and this is the radical part, I actually try to honor it. I stop, I sense, I let myself sit with the reaction. A revolutionary concept, apparently, because left to my own devices, I rush through life like I'm late for an appointment. So now I deliberately slow down, not in some glamorous cinematic way, usually in a standing awkwardly on the trail, staring at light through trees, while joggers pass, wondering if I've had a small episode kind of way. And I've realized something else about presence. When I'm present, most present, usually while on a photo shoot or solo traveling, the world becomes incredibly generous. When I'm not present, the world is a blurry slideshow of places I technically visited while mostly thinking about snacks. Presence. It makes a difference. It changes what we notice. If you can't see small, you miss most of the world. When we're rushing, we only register the obvious things: the mountains, the skyline, the dramatic architecture, the highly photogenic stranger who somehow looks editorial just buying coffee. But when we slow down, the world reveals its way through small intelligences: the curve of a shadow, the texture of a wall, the rhythm of everyday life quietly unfolding. This is one of the things I love most about photography. Photography requires presence. You have to really look, not glance, not consume. Look. You study angles, you wait, you notice. And I've never liked the phrase capturing a photo. It sounds aggressive, like the image was trying to escape, and I tackled it behind a shrub. I think we receive images. They arrive when we're paying attention. There's humility in that. The image is less a conquest and more a gift. Presence changes the way we travel as well. Travel is often sold as movement. Go here, see this, book that. Photograph yourself looking vaguely profound in front of something. But the real transformation happens in stillness, in the spaces between movement, the quiet mornings, the lingering coffee, the long walks with no agenda, the getting lost and the accidental discoveries. On my most recent trip to Buenos Aires, I stayed mostly in the suburb of Palermo. Yes, it's a popular neighborhood, lots of tourists. And yes, there are probably at least 14 people there right now, carefully photographing croissants for Instagram. But even so, it has a real sense of community. And somehow, I felt folded into it. One day I was being driven back from a private architectural tour, and the second we crossed into Palermo, I knew exactly where we were. I told the guide it's the trees. And yes, the trees there are extraordinary, uniquely extraordinarily. But it was more than that. It was recognition, that strange, immediate sense of I'm home. And that was only my second day. It surprised me. Actually, it kind of alarmed me. I'm usually not comfortable becoming emotionally attached to a neighborhood before I've at least located decent coffee. But there it was. And while I did many incredible things in Buenos Aires, what I valued most were the long solitary walks, the parks, the cafés, the simple act of sitting still and letting local life move around me. It felt less like sightseeing and more like conversation. Presence lets a place speak to you. And if you're quiet enough, sometimes it even tells you exactly why you needed to be there. Presence changes the way we understand ourselves. When we're present, we notice our patterns, the stories we tell ourselves, the assumptions we carry, the ways we react automatically. And presence doesn't judge any of it. It just reveals, which is honestly rude. But revelations matter. Because once something is seen, it can be changed, or softened, or simply understood. Presence is a mirror, a kind one, but definitely a mirror with excellent lighting. And yes, presence has a sense of humor, because the universe has impeccable comedic timing. It loves giving you exactly what you need the moment after you've loudly declared you no longer need it. Presence is when you stop looking for the shot and the shot appears. It's when you stop trying to sound wise and something true sneaks in through the side door. It's when you finally stop narrating your life like a documentary trailer and actually start living it. Morgan Freeman is not, in fact, following us around, though if he is, I'd appreciate some noticed. So wherever you are today, on the road, at home, in transition, or halfway through overthinking something that could have waited until tomorrow, pause, look up, let the world tap you on the shoulder. Let it say, hey, come back. You're missing it. Because presence isn't just a state of mind. It's a creative technology, a spiritual one, a way of seeing that changes everything it touches. Thanks for being here with me. I'll see you in the next episode.